Hi, I want to talk to you about Black Lives Matter, which I totally disagree, of course, because I think that every life should matter to people. In America, checking, I found that there are 40% of different racial minorities in America, made up of the American Indians, Hispanic people and Black people. That's 40%. And 60% are Caucasians, white people. So what about the other racial minorities in America? Why are people just zeroing on Black people, saying that their lives matter only? Let's go back in history to talk about people in England, because I come from England. In this country, in the Victorian era, there were so many children who were put in workhouses, and as soon as they were 5 years of age, they work in the workhouses till they die of TB and cholera, because in those days nothing was known about hygiene, about diseases, so people died of TB and cholera. And the funny thing is, the government of the day didn't think that they should really be responsible for children or people who can't look after themselves. The children were called street urchins. And it took a man, a philanthropist called George Floyd from Germany, to build the first orphanage for the children. So we want to tear down all historical monuments, statues of historical figures that they were racist. I mean, doing this, does it make your life better to tear them down and say that they were racist? You cannot have change with force, brute force. You need to dialogue with people and come to agreement about change. Well, we talk about racism in America, but the thing is, I have it on good authority that Black Americans do not like Africans, they do not like West Indians, they look so much down on them. Yet they're the ones crying that the people are being racist against them. And the Bible tells us that we should treat people as we would want them to treat us. But they treat people differently, some people differently, and expect to be treated in a different way. No. That isn't the case. All of these things going on, this George Floyd's death was just a scapegoat. They used him because the real reason, the uprising, is that the fascists, these gender benders, wants to change the fabric of our society. The old landmarks, they want to change it and bring in their agendas that society is no longer black and white, but we have to agree with society their way, the way things should be, not black and white, but in between. This is what they're doing. It's amazing that this kind of protest is kind of worldwide, just like the coronavirus. People everywhere in Europe, they're doing the same thing. But what is the point? What's the end of it? What's the end is going to be? That is the question. The question I'm asking you, the Black Americans, is that do not focus on corporate name changing. Every time you change your name with this, with that, but focus on your purpose for this life. Why are you here? Because according to the Bible, that you were created fearfully and wonderfully for a purpose. So you need to be a producer to change people's lives in society. Don't keep shouting and saying that, oh, they did this to me, they did that to me. Hold your head high and be a producer in society and change people's lives. This is what you need to do. Do not focus on the victim mentality. That's what you all doing, victims. I'm not a victim. I'm as good as anybody, so are you. So do that. You are fearfully and wonderfully created by God. Why not ask Him to show you, reveal to you your purpose, your destiny, so that you can walk in it? Forget about all these protests and dissents, throwing down historical figures. What is that achieving to your personal life? Zilch. Changing your name is not gonna make your life better. You have to find your purpose, to be a contributor in society, producer. That's what God made us to be. You are as good as any person. You've got an intellect. You may even have a AAA brain, but you're not exploring it so that the giant inside you can be unleashed, so that you can benefit society. My brother, my sister, forget about these gender benders, these fascists. They're just using you. Stand up for yourself. Ask the God creator who created you to be somebody in society, to change somebody's life. Do this because it's so important. Forget about this protesting and this dissent amongst you all. Do something. Find out how your life can better society. What does Martin Luther King, what he did for American history? Why can someone carry on his torch instead of saying, they are oppressing me, the racist this, racist that? There's racism in every nation, every race. So we are decrying about Black Lives Matter. What about the white people, the American Indians, and the other racial minorities in America? Don't their lives matter? Yes, they matter to God who created everybody on the planet. So stop this foolishness about being a victim. Stop the victim mentality and get up. There's a giant inside you to be unleashed. So stop it. Really, happiness and success comes from when you are doing something important to benefit society. Why do you envy other people? They're so rich and you're not. It's you who is stopping yourself from being successful. So stop following people like sheep and do what God requires of you and ask Him to walk in your purpose, because you are wonderfully and fearfully created for a purpose. So stop being foolish. So thank you for watching this video, and bye for now.